This lecture we are going to discuss about flow through stratified soils. Here you see stratified means layered. Stratified means layered soils. In fact, in reality, it is very difficult to identify homogeneous soil. So it is an assumption actually, soil is homogeneous. But in reality, if you do ground exploration, many times we come across whatever your ground, it consists of different layers of soils. Here you see, in this picture we have different layers here. One is layer one, another layer is also there. Layer is also called the another word for layer is stratum. That's why it is called layered or stratified soil. Now we have three layers here in this picture. I can draw n layers. Here you see layer one, layer two, layer three. So now what I'm trying to tell you, so each layer has its own thickness here, H1, H2, H1, H2, H3. The total thickness of the deposit is H. So length of the flow is L. So we have three layers in this picture now. Now our interest is to, now we have two cases here. We want to calculate permeability in horizontal direction and as well as in vertical direction. That means I want to call KH, permeability of the deposit in horizontal direction, and permeability of deposit in vertical direction. Now here you see, if you imagine this picture, you can recollect your days of fluid mechanics when a main pipe is connected to branch, what I say, main pipe is connected to branch pipes. Here you see in this picture, we have branches 1, 2, 3 like that. Now you apply continuity equation, Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. So here three branches are there. Here three layers are there. Now you see Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. And very interesting, we always believe Darcy's law. What is Darcy's law? Velocity of flow is directly proportional to hydraulic gradient, V directly proportional to I, V is equal to Ki. Now discharge is equal to area into velocity. Now here you see continuity equation. Here you see water is entering like this small q. Now it is divided into Q1, Q2, Q3. Now Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. If n layers are there and so on, you can write Qn. Now let us proceed now. Ka is equal to K1A1 plus K2A2 plus K3A3. So here it is there, I is equal to H by L. Throughout, see, for all the layers, one head is there and the length of the flow is L. So I is constant. Now I1 is equal to I2 is equal to I3 is equal to I. So now the equation becomes simplified. Now one can see now, as you know, discharge is equal to area into velocity. So now you see, what is velocity? V is equal to Ki. Now I can write AV is equal to, here V is equal to Ki, Kia, K1 I1 A1 plus K2 I2 plus K3 I3 A3. Now you see I1 is equal to I2 is equal to I3 is equal to I. Now IS are getting cancelled. Now Ka is equal to K1 A1 plus K2 A2 plus K3 A3. Now it is very interesting to know what is area. Here you see the flow is in horizontal direction. The first case is flow is parallel to planes of stratification. So now you see these are the planes of stratification. Your flow is parallel now. One can see now flow is parallel to planes of stratification. Now one can easily understand. Here you see what is flowing in horizontal direction. So I can write now KH for the entire deposit KH. Area H into 1 because you know total thickness is H. And here you see per unit length we are trying to measure, we are trying to calculate. So that's why H into 1. Now K1 into H1 into 1 plus K2 into H2 into 1, K3 into H3 into 1. Ultimately, I want KH because I want to know the permeability of the entire stratum. My interest is I want to determine the permeability of the entire stratum, entire deposit. So that's why, so here this deposit having three layers, you can ensure, you can go up to n layers. So now you can see here ultimately KH, that is the permeability of the stratified soil in horizontal direction. KH is equal to, it is a sum of K1 H1 plus, it looks like you see weighted average K1 H1 plus K2 H2 plus K3 H3 by H1 plus H2 plus H3. This is total thickness. H1 plus H2, H3 plus H3 is the total thickness of the deposit. So now KH, permeability in horizontal direction. This seems to be a weighted average. Weighted average. K1 is the permeability of the layer 1. H1 is the thickness of the layer 1. So what is K2? K2 is the permeability of the soil for layer 2. K3 is permeability of soil for layer 3. Similar line, you can extend up to n layers plus Kn into Hn. In similar lines, you can write up to Hn. So now this is the equation. In a beautiful way, you can represent KH is equal to sigma I1 to n Ki Hi by sigma Hi. So this is about how to determine the average permeability of a stratified soil, what we call deposit, in horizontal direction. Now let us discuss now what is going to be happening if flow is perpendicular to planes of stratification. Here you see I have again 3 layers, each layer having their own respective permeability, K1, K2, K3, their thickness H1, H2, H3, total thickness of the deposit is H. Now you see here the flow is perpendicular to planes of stratification. That means here we are discussing vertical flow. Here you see now these are the planes of stratification, they are perpendicular now. Now see the continuity equation now, Q is equal to Q1, Q2, Q is equal to Q1 is equal to Q2 is equal to Q3. But whereas in the previous case in horizontal flow, where the continuity equation, continuity of flow is different, where Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. Here in vertical flow, all the discharges are equal now. Q is equal to Q1 is equal to Q2 is equal to Q3. That's the beauty here. Now one can see now KIA is equal to, here you see discharge area and velocity, A1 V1, A2 V2, A3 V3. Now V is equal to KI, V is equal to KI. So for the entire deposit, I would like to call KV. This is in vertical direction, KV IA, K1 I1 A1, K2 I2 A2, K3 I3 A3. Now you see the flow is happened within a unit area. That means here see all the areas A1, A2, A3, A are equal, which is equal to 1 square meter because unit area of flow is considered in vertical direction. Now what happened now? I1 is equal to, so KVA by K1 A1. Similarly, you see KVIA by K1 A1. I2 is equal to KVIA by K2 A2. Now I3 is equal to KVIA by K3 A3. Now we see what is happening in this direction. Now head is falling because water is flowing from up to down. So now total head is equal to combination of H1 plus H2 plus H3. Now somebody knows what is hydraulic gradient. Hydraulic gradient is equal to head by length. Head by length. Here you see we have head. Let me tell you for the first layer it is small h1 by length. Here you see the flow is happening in vertical direction. Here the length, here you see the length is capital H1. Thickness is became length here. I will repeat once again. Thickness of the layer is the length of the flow. Length of the flow will becomes thickness of the layer. Now I can write now I1 is equal to small h1, that is head, by length. Length is thickness of the respective layer H1. Similarly, we can calculate for I2, H2 by capital H2. In fact, this is the length of the flow, which is equal to thickness of the layer, because now the flow is in vertical direction. Now I3, H3 by H3. Now H3 is equal to I3 into H3. Now let us use this equation. H is equal to H1 plus H2 plus H3, small h head is equal to. Now I know small h is equal to, as I discussed here, you see, small h is equal to I into capital H. So I into capital H is equal to I1 H1 plus I2 H2 plus I3 H3. Now let us proceed now. So the way we are getting the answer here, you see, now you see, we know I1 because you see, initially we worked out I1 is equal to KVI by KVIA by K1A1. I2 is equal to KV means the permeability of the entire deposit in vertical direction. IA by K2A2. I3 we have. So now let us substitute I1, I2, I3 here because you see IH is equal to I1 H1, I2 H2. Now I1 is equal to KI by K1. So as you know, area is 1. Now there is no issue. Now the beauty here, once you see what is going to be happen, I is common in both the left hand side and right hand side. Now I is going to be cancelled. Ultimately what I am getting is capital H, total thickness of the deposit is equal to KV H1 by K1 plus KV H2 by K2 plus KV H3 by K3. Now what I am expecting is KV is common. Let us take KV as common. Now KV, H is equal to KV into H1 by K1 plus H2 by K2 plus H3 by K3. Now I want KV because my interest is I want to know the average permeability in vertical direction. Now the flow is not parallel to plane of stratification. Now flow is perpendicular to planes of stratification. So as you know, planes of stratification are horizontal. So now I can write KV is equal to H by H1 by K1 plus H2 by K2 plus H3 by K3. In otherwise, in a classical way, we can write HI by sigma I1 to N. For number of N layers, I can write HI by KI, where if you want to extend the formula for N layers. So, but you see, many times students are asking a simple question, sir, how to understand KV in a simple way? Here you see, if we have N layers or 3 layers, whatever we are saying, if one layer is there, what is going to be happen? So if one layer is there, so this will be H by K. So now what is going to be cancelled? H is going to be cancelled. Now what is 1 by K? So 1 by K will becomes K. So that means you see there is no confusion here. Whenever you come across to understand the KV, coefficient of permeability in vertical direction, so always have a look on H by K. So H by K will become K if it is one layer. So we have N layer, HI, H1 by K1 plus H2 by K2. So like that, we can extend H1 plus H2. So one can extend this formula up to N layers. That's what we have discussed. Now, many times we use it to solve numerical examples on this topic. Now you can see we have a horizontal stratified deposit consists of 3 layers, each uniform in itself. So here the permeabilities of these layers are given. I'm solving one numerical example. Now K1, K2, K3 are given. Their thickness are given H1, H2, H3. Find the average permeability in horizontal and vertical direction. I can tell you in horizontal KH is equal to, it is a weighted average. I told you K1 H1 plus K2 H2. Here you can see plus K3 H3 by H1 plus H2 plus H3. But my sincere advice to my students is now K1 we have permeability in centimeter per second. Then thickness is also please convert it in centimeter so that we can avoid confusion. Here if 7 meter is given, try to convert it into centimeters. Now it becomes 700 centimeter. So now you see, in similarly, here it is given 3 meter. Don't use 3 meter, please write 300 centimeter. Like that it is 10 meter, 10 into 100 centimeter. Now like that you convert everything in centimeter, then you can send goodbye to centimeter because we have centimeter in numerator and as well as in denominator because here H's are there. So the centimeter is getting cancelled. Finally, we are getting answer in centimeter per second. So this is about how to determine horizontal permeability. And when it comes to vertical permeability, I told you a simple tip, H by K. Then what is the answer now? H by K gives K only. Because H is getting cancelled, we will get K only. So now H1 plus H2 plus H3 by H1 by K1 plus H2 by K2 plus H3 by K3. Because here 3 layers are there. This formula is enough. Now H1, I have 7 meter, but I'm not happy with meter. I converted in centimeter, 700 centimeter plus 300 centimeter plus here actually it is given 10 meter. Now it is converted into 10 into 100. Now it is 1000 centimeter. So now I'm getting here is centimeter going to be cancelled. Then I have 8 into 10 per minus per centimeter per second. Now I am getting answer in centimeter because you know permeability having equivalent units of velocity, answer in centimeter per second. But very interesting, it is good to discuss. Horizontal permeability is always greater than, many times it is greater than vertical permeability. It is very interesting to know permeability in horizontal direction is higher than the permeability in vertical direction.